Hey, what's up, guys? I decided to make another video. This time on Chillin in Another World with level 2 super cheat powers. Um, Banger. I said this was gonna be my next video, but I ended up once again just like binging this in like one sitting. Really, really good. Hope it gets a season 2. I really love this show. I don't really have any complaints. Um, I didn't like how it took, like, I mean, this is reasonable because it was like they got, like, married immediately. So I was thinking that, like, it took like 6 episodes or something like that for him to be like, oh, I love you, like, let's be married for real. And when I was first watching this, I had no idea who, like, because in the first episode, I'm like, where's the girl? Like, I know the girl's in this, I've seen, like, clips and shit. I can't really remember of what at this point, but her. And, her turning out to be that wolf thing was, I did not expect it. I mean, I should have, because when she was the little girl, it was like, oh, okay. But, yeah, so that's pretty good. I like her. I like all the characters, really. Even well, besides the king, fuck the king. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I'm really like, nah, fuck this guy. Like, I genuinely hate. And I don't think so. I think it's just the king, because the king's a fucking bitch. And the hero. The hero, I hate it. I don't hate him, though. Like, that's what's so interesting about the show. In the beginning, you're like, fuck this guy, whatever, he's a piece of shit. Then he loses everything, and he still has that girl with him, and, like, they give them kind of a romance thing going on. And it's like, you start to kind of just feel bad for him. Or, like, yes, he was an asshole, and he sent the, Jin after the guy, but that shit was like after some point, like in the beginning, it's obviously like, okay, I fucking hate this guy, but like at some point you just kind of are like, okay, like I'm past it now. Um, he's done some fuck shit, but I really don't, I don't care. I don't care that much. Not like he's a favorite character, but I just, I thought that I enjoyed what they were doing with that as a little side thing there, but yeah, like I said, love all the characters. I really love the kind of family-ish dynamic that they have going on between all the characters. How he kind of invites this, group in, and they do this. And I feel like they could have done a harem thing. And I like sometimes like I just wish they do because I love all these characters. Like, but I do love the wife the most. She's like just amazing. Um, I love her, but I think like some of these other characters like could have had a really good relationship with the guy, and I just think like I don't know. I don't know, like having all these women, like fine ass women in the show, and it's like he's with this chick. Not saying like she's not fine, but um, like that fucking like he wouldn't end up with her. Like this is one where I'm like, yeah, he wouldn't. Like this isn't hair, but the the cat girl, the demon cat girl, is a baddie, bro, and so is the the fucking muscle woman who like is the farmer. But I just really like that, and I think there could have been something there. I'm okay with them not doing it because they do the relationship so well. It's just a what if kind of thing. It reminds me of Clanad, not the video game, the anime, how they released that extra OVA where it's like, what if you ended up with this woman? So yeah, something like that. But it was great. I think probably my favorite moment was like something that the show does. Like I said, like I hated the hero, right? But then I don't hate him. It's like okay, they did the same with the Jin. I was like, fuck this bitch, whatever, like just kill her. Like when he was going fucking amp wild on that bitch, I was like, damn, like that is some clean shit. Like that's just a good, like I really like that. Like he's just beating the shit out of her. That was like crazy. Like, and then he invites her in, and they, she becomes a good character, I think, and I end up liking her. But that scene is just so fucking savage, and I love it. Like, dude just loses it. But then he ends up being able to rewind time to save the woman, and everything's good. So that's good. But that absolutely was like just like brutal how he was beating the grass. Like it was insane. I just kind of like that, like not being with women, but like the just like the like how he just lost it, like because he's such a calm, cool character. So it was cool to see that. Um, I think that I would have liked to see him fight a little bit more. I know that's kind of the whole point is, oh, he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to do any of this. Um, but I think when you have like someone like the dark one, like the new dark one, not the old one, his younger brother, who is fighting him at the hot springs or whatever. It's kind of like I felt like I would have liked to see him involved in that. Um, like once again, like, because we don't know how, like, he's insanely strong. Like, obviously, like, I don't think he's really getting any stronger, but I think that like, I would like to see that. Like, I love seeing overpowered shit. Even when the guy's overpowered, um, it's just like super overpowered. It's just cool to see what they can do, and I just thought that that was it. Like, good. Like, and I just I would like to see a little bit more of that. But I love the dark one. I love him and like main character's relationship. I'm literally forgetting all their names, but Flo, Philo, whatever. Um, God, I wish they had like a character instead of some shit so I can fucking remember all the names. But him and his friendship is pretty cool. Like, especially at the end where they're like, we can make a better world for humans and demons together. Like, at first you think, obviously he's gonna be the villain, but then it's like he's basically like that guy. Like, he's like Philo, like where he just doesn't want to fight and he doesn't want to destroy all humans and stuff like that. So I liked what they did there. And then of course, obviously he had to be overthrown because then there would kind of be like no conflict. Like throughout the show, it just feels like they're so close to peace. Like throughout the entire thing, like I forget what anime I was watching. I know I made a video on it. Was it? I can't remember, but there was an anime I was watching where they were so close, like where you could see what was gonna happen. Like they were gonna team up and like the fighting was gonna stop. Basically, like they were gonna like you could see them getting this shit resolved. Like you could see it step by step how things were gonna go. Maybe I didn't make a video on that. I don't know. I can't even remember what it is, but this had something similar where it's like it feels like it's so close. Like yes, it is far away because most people just don't like the demons and the demons don't like humans, whatever. But as like the leader, when the leader's like I don't want to fight, I don't want to do this, it's like close to peace. But then of course they have to get his brother in there, and his brother's not even that strong. They just keep beating his ass basically, and him like he's just obviously it's what they show like he's a bitch, and so he ain't got shit. He's always beating up that one woman who like likes it. Like, damn, that shit was crazy. Like, apparently she just likes getting beat on because when she's beat on by the demon cat lady, like she had fun. She had a good time, but it was wild seeing that. The Jin also like trying to like like sexually assault the what's her name the witch who was trapped inside her I don't know soul space or whatever it is. That was insane. I was not expecting that. That shit just came out of nowhere. Um, yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, I thought that was interesting. If I could pick something I wished kind of happened, I would have liked to see him open a store. Like, that's his dream. But I felt like at some points it was like, especially with that lady closing, I thought he was gonna be like, oh, I could either I could go get these supplies for you, because if he travels there once, he can just teleport, or let me buy the store for you, from you. But he didn't do that, so it was, I would have liked to see that. But I like how like everyone's connecting together, working. Like I like how they were this group of adventurers, the girls, and you know, it's like none of them really like that wasn't their calling basically is what it felt like, where the only one who was feeling like she was like meant to be this was the fighter, the blonde haired girl. And I just felt like other than that, like I like how they all move on and they're all like this just this tight knit thing, and I love it. Like I love that whole kind of deal. um because it just feels good. I like seeing like some found family type shit. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Um, and I just like I said, I like the making the farm, and I like the witch becoming the teacher at the school. That was interesting. But a lot of this stuff, like, it also skips forward like a few times where it's like, okay, this is like a few months later and things have happened. You don't see them. I mean, it's never anything super important, but it's some stuff like, I don't know. I would have liked a scene of him training the witch lady, just something like that. He just gives her that ring that increases her magic power capacity, whatever. So that was, that's all we really see with that. And for the we see more with the blonde chick. She's fighting their teacher. Originally, it just starts off with them teaching them to fight to get stronger, but then eventually they have this house, and then I thought they rented the house. Like, by the way, this is just like something I thought of, where the guy was like, "Oh, I bought this, or I rented this room or whatever from the money of defeating the bears, like the honey bear things, whatever they are," and and it was just like and then he teleported the house away, and it was like, "Yo, do you own that shit? Like, what the fuck?" But I guess he does, and he buys more land and stuff. I just felt like that was pretty. That was just like, that is literally not a complaint. I'm just literally wondering if that's like, maybe I'm stupid and I just didn't notice or whatever. But yeah, and then the extra demon lord living with him. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not sure what they're doing between a romance between the previous, the former dark one and the blonde girl, or if they're doing it with the demon cat girl. I'm genuinely not sure, because at first it felt like, okay, she doesn't really like him, like they're just joking around, but then I was like, maybe she does, but then it was like, she talks to her and she's like, "Oh, you're in love with him, aren't you, the cat girl?" And she blushes and whatever. So maybe they're going with that. I don't know where they're going with that, but um I looked it up. I don't know if they're doing a season two. Someone said it might be a few years if they do it. That'd be all right. I mean, I just want a continuation. Some of these things like just don't get continued, and they should. Like, they have like great potential, and like the ending for this one. Like, if it ended here, right? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like it. Teasing that she's pregnant and that they're gonna have a kid, and everything's like working out basically, except for like there's a lull in the demon horde, but that's it. Like, the only thing is, like, basically that's not resolved, because that is like the end goal, is the demons and humans living together. That will be the end goal. And yeah, that's it. But I think that's pretty much it. um yeah, I can't really think of too much else here. uh I just, like I said, I liked it. um I don't know. It's interesting. Like, you show this guy super overpowered and he never fights or anything really, but I like, it just drags you in with the characters, where it's like, you love these characters together. Like, I love when they form this group. And at first I thought it was gonna be a long time before they found out that she was a demon, but she didn't. Like, they found out like right away, and then they just let it go. Like, even though she was the one who was trying to kill them in the first episode, which I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. But and him killing her brother, I feel like there's no way he's dead. Like, that just seems kind of anticlimactic in a way, to like a sense where like maybe he was severely injured and he's like recovering or whatever. But I don't think he's dead, because I just feel like that's too easy. Like, we need a little bit more. Like, where he comes back and he's like, "You're associating with humans, da 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 da." Like, yeah, I don't know if she has a kid by then with him. "Oh, you have a kid with the, like, like, like it's a disgusting half breed type shit, right?" And I think that would be done pretty well. Um, that would be interesting. Maybe he is dead. Maybe he actually is. I just felt like, them killing him off screen, you never see him one time, was weird. But I like it. It was still good. It was still pretty good. And I trying to think what else here. Um, what is it? I think the guy was already. Yeah. They explained this. I was thinking about how he purified the forest, and I was like, did he do that before he went with when she tricked him to go with him as the girl to bring her back to her family? But yeah, he did because she was like, oh my god, all the I can't remember, but it's like basically miasma, is gone, and so yeah, he was dead by then. Uh, like I said, the romance, like I said, was done pretty well. At first, I was a bit worried because I was like, okay, this is a little bit rushed because it says wife on the back, and I want a build up. I know I was like talking about last thing where I was like, I'm so sick of them never getting together. Like that's why I love this anime. They do get together. I feel like there's a middle ground, right? Between now, if it's between this and like them just teasing it forever, obviously, like 100%. But I would like to see them, dating a little bit more. But I do love them like together as husband and wife. And I was worried that like it was just gonna be a name only for a while, but they really didn't drag it out too long, which was really nice. And then they're together, all that shit. So I was, I thought it was really well done, and you just feel that chemistry. Like I love that. I love love, man. Like some of these love stories in these anime are amazing, but you never get resolved in anime, or never like really a satisfying conclusion. Um, Talking about you, City Hunter, fuck you. No, I absolutely love it, but like the manga, that was upsetting to me. But yeah, so this was like I said, I think I said this when I reviewed Banished from the Heroes Party. It's a breath of fresh air. Like I don't know, like maybe this is more these days where it's more like this, but there just aren't characters together. Like I I don't mind the will they won't they for a little bit, right? Like I don't mind it, but when you're going through the entire fucking show and they're about to kiss and they get like stopped like six fucking times, it's too much. Like it's too much, and it's very frustrating because if you do even get them together, it's at the end of the show and you never get to see them dating. It's that's probably my biggest complaint with stuff like that is, even if they get together, it's at the end. Like even something like, Naruto, or like, like him and Hinata and Naruto. Like what the fuck? Like I was forgetting his name. I literally just said, but something like that. But they had the movie where they got together, and that was pretty nice. But I just think that this is a breath of fresh air. It's very nice to see something like that. I'm definitely interested in checking out some more animes. Oh, also I thought it was interesting how it's he's children in another world, but he wasn't isekai'd from like our world, from Japan or whatever. So I thought that was different, and I did quite like that. So that was interesting because when you hear like it's an isekai anime, you immediately think like, oh, it's Earth. So it was something different. I think it was weird, like because it was also like this kind of medieval type world, not medieval, but fantasy, whatever. I just thought it would be like, it's close to the other world, is what I'm saying. So it was like, oh, him going to another world really didn't change that much for him, I guess. Like it did life wise. Like life wise, now he has like this family, a wife, um, friends, all this stuff. And I think that, like that, so like that, but in the world sense, things are pretty similar, I think. Like there are like the status screens, the I don't know. I think like the magic, the stuff like that. Also, I want to talk about the king real quick. This just popped in my head. I was so fucking pissed off. When the king, like, when he's treating him like shit, and he's like, you're weak. I'm gonna send you over here to go. Basically, first of all, to go die, right? But then to put like the fucking monster charm on there, like to get the monsters to come kill him, was fucking like disgusting, dude. Like, and I wasn't sure if I could trust the princess for a minute earlier because yeah, they show her in the beginning like, oh, that wasn't nice, that wasn't good, whatever. But you just don't completely know. And then she kind of like keeps lying to him with like, oh, I want you to protect this town, but she keeps like talking about other things. And she's like, oh, you found me out. It was like, I don't know if I could trust you. But then at the end, they make it clear. I mean, it was kind of clear after that, but they make it solid that she is the leader now. The king's on the run. What did he do to get on the run? They didn't really explain, I don't believe. Yeah, he like tried to kill Filio or whatever, but he didn't, and also nobody really gave a shit about like Filio or whatever. So it was like I don't know. He must have done some other crimes. I mean, he looks like the fucking type. He looks like a sleazy fat fuck. I know, me saying that, but he looks like a bitch. Anyway, yeah. So that was that. That's basically it. Uh, I can't think what I'm gonna review next at the moment. I might do another pickup video soon because I've gotten some stuff, especially anime. I've been picking up some anime, but uh, I'm excited. I'm excited to make some more videos. I'm back. I'm back into anime. There was a bit of a lull there, but I am back. But anyway, that's about it. Peace.